Hello, and welcome to the first ever 29th episode of Whoniverse. Here with me, Jamie.
Me, Brian.
And me, Lewis.
Dum de 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 dum
I think Jamie's a lot excited because there's all three of us here.
It just maybe, yeah. It is the first
He's not
time
talking to himself in a darkened room.
The podcast is back to a threesome.
That sounds so bad.
What has it been? Did I do 3 episodes in a row by myself?
2, I think it was 2. And me and Brian did one together before that, I believe.
Yeah.
So it has been a while since we've actually all been here.
You actually received fan mail.
Yes. What was the guy's name? I think it was Richard Smith, was it?
It was Robert something.
Robert.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard
Robert
it, right?
Smith?
Robert
The
Smith.
Cure?
Possibly. Well,
The liqueur called Robert Smith.
There's a liqueur?
The Cure.
Should have brought some. Had a drink on Robert. Yeah, but Lewis, you got 2 fans actually.
Yeah.
So there's Robert, who was, I can't remember what, I should have brought a copy and read it again to you to see your eyes light up.
Yeah, it
when
was
I got the email, I thought, should I save it for next week or should I just read it out here now? I kind of wish I'd saved it.
You were thinking maybe not to read it out at all, as you were well jail, weren't you?
No, I was given a mention. I think they called me the brains or something.
Yeah, I suppose you
Yeah,
were.
but we said Lewis brings all humour to the show.
Woohoo!
Yeah, so
I'm the funny guy.
That's
Which either says a hell of a lot about Lewis or not a lot about the show.
you're basically the Mr. Bean of podcasting.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and we also we'll come to it in a bit actually about your second fan. It's actually something in the comments actually for our poll. So what have you been doing in the last 2 weeks? What's been going on?
Been on holiday.
You been all day going anywhere nice?
No, not really. I've been on holiday from work, should I say?
What was you babysitting?
Yes.
So you were babysitting your own child? Didn't know that was possible. That's fatherhood. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope you pay the child support. Brian?
The building work went well. Everyone will be glad to hear. I know everyone's on tenterhooks.
Yeah, but I did make a comment about you in last week's podcast actually.
Yes, I've listened to most of it.
Yeah, where I said, apparently we needed someone there to watch the builder.
Yes, I was, as you said, micromanaging the builder.
Yeah, so
Making cups of tea.
something only Brian can do. Well, it's always a tea break.
Practicing talking working class to them. Mate, pal, squire.
I think Skipper is another one.
Yeah, captain.
Gaffer. You alright, Gaffer?
I think that's like 1800s
What, Gaffer?
London.
Well,
Gaffer.
And I used to do like building work.
You're
like that.
alright, Gaffer?
But it-
Can I sweep your
No,
chimneys?
Gaffer, it means boss. It means
Oh,
it
right.
means you're the boss. But it's like it's less.
Sweep your chimneys, Gaffer?
What the hell? Is this a Plymouthian accent you've been working on?
It really isn't, no. And my work consisted of me listening to a few vox pops from people from Plymouth. And I'm probably going to do a horrendous job, to be fair.
Yeah. For me, I've been settling into the role of fatherhood, which is why it's been a little bit topsy-turvy the last couple of weeks. I'm on paternity from next week, so the next 2 shows, I think I'll be calling in. We'll still do Universal Hogwash,
Yeah.
but I'll call in and do it.
Calling to the recording studio, calling over the phone.
I'll call into the show via Brian's phone.
Awesome.
Right.
Luckily, it's at the end of a show, so it's at the end of a show where it'll all fall apart.
Wait, how are we going to do that? Are you just going to call at some strange point in the show and hope that we've gotten to that already?
So what you're going to do is you're going to message me when you start recording, so that I know to get ready, and then you're going to message me again to say it's time.
Wow.
It's time.
So essentially, what you'll do is you go, and it's on to you, Jamie. And then you say, "Oh, that was fun."
Ring, ring.
And then at which point you go, "Oh, that was fun." End the show, and then we record Universal Hogwash separately, and I'll edit it in seamlessly.
Okay.
I'll add some footsteps and the door closing behind me, and then suddenly my voice is all distorted like a Dalek. So, moving swiftly on,
I think we should.
to the opening topic of a show where we had a vote, and it was very very close actually. I struggled to come up with a wording for this poll, but I eventually came up with, how do we consume Doctor Who between series?
Which I do agree with your sentiment on this one, Jamie. It does sound like we're trying to,
Eat it.
well, no, gain some sort of idea and sell something in the long run,
Yeah, I was trying to think of content. I wasn't trying to think of
Doctor Who census.
I am actually writing a book about time travel, which I'll bring up in a couple years. So the options for the poll were novels, audio drama, music, comics. And it's a shame you guys weren't here, but I guess we can go over it today. What do you do with Doctor Who when there's no Doctor Who to watch on TV? What do you do?
Watch DVDs.
You watch DVDs?
From my huge DVD collection.
Yeah, I watch reruns mainly. I'll watch some classic.
Yeah.
I don't watch DVDs though because we don't live in the 2000s. So,
Wow.
Download.
What's your opinion on me? Because I watch Blu-rays.
Yeah, well, downloadable content.
To be fair,
We do live in the 2000s.
We live in the 2010s at the moment.
Brian, put the Betamax away.
Put the VHS away.
2000 if you don't mind.
Where is the laser disc? Get the laser discs out. Okay.
Other formats are available.
Brian, you should actually post a picture on your Twitter of your Doctor Who collection as well. I'd be very interested to see how big it actually is.
Oh,
you did post.
We're comparing size now, guys.
Hey.
I've got a bigger collection. That's all.
Yeah.
You said collection, didn't you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Doctor Who collection, not just DVDs.
My Doctor Who collection.
I bet I have more merch than your DVDs.
I bet you do.
Yeah. Big merch as well. So, out of those, which do you think came top? Well, out of those, which would you have voted for, really? Considering reruns, that wasn't an option.
I probably would gone for audio
dramas, definitely.
So, do you listen to the audio dramas?
I've listened to a few.
I've heard a few.
Big Finish and
okay.
the novelizations.
For myself, I picked music. The music in, for example, I won't say it, Brian. I know it hurts you. I won't say the episode's title.
I listened to last week's podcast.
Okay.
Is that
the
Rings of Akadon?
The Rings of Akadon has some of the most amazing music in all of Doctor Who.
And one of the most dreadful storylines.
Bri, you're just going to have to accept that the Rings of Akadon is actually.
But Doctor doesn't just open a door with a sonic screwdriver; he lifts it up with a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Do you even lift, bro?
My spirit's going to be lifted.
It's the I'm the Doctor theme. The Matt Smith's Doctor Who theme song is do 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 do.
That is a fantastic piece of music.
It should replace the theme song. I feel it's better than the theme song. And there's loads of fan bands as well, as Chameleon Circuit, which was run by Alex Day.
This is the
Trock, Time Lord Rock, absolutely. And there's an awful lot of running to do. Amazing music. I think the second album's called Still Got Legs.
Yeah.
Which is you probably don't understand because you're not Whovian. So we got some comments from our lovely readers. If you want to borrow Brian's piece of paper for the comments, Lewis. So we'll start off with have you been working on a Plymouthian accent?
I've listened to the Plymouth accent, but I can't really replicate it.
We got a comment here from _Kirby Lloyd, who wrote into us with the most nice comment. I said to her, we'll read this on the podcast, and she said, I can't wait to hear Lewis's attempt at a Plymouthian accent. So let's have it.
I'm sorry about this, Kirby, but okay. I'm just going to go with something that I think sounds like Plymouth, I suppose. It's not quite.
Just imagine you live in Plymouth, but you're not cool enough to live in Cornwall. And Kirby no longer listens to the podcast
every week.
Listen, I can't do it, lads.
I can't do it.
That's
Irish, not Plymouth.
Wait, is that not Scottish?
Think of pirates and cream teas.
Yeah, I know.
That's Cornwall again.
Listen,
The Pirates of Cornwall.
Listening to the podcast.
Right, he's just gone full on Serbian again.
What a shame you're not from Serbia, Kirby Lloyd.
Kirby, if you were from Serbia, we'd have had this down already. I thought you reached this for enough for you.
Listening to the podcast every week.
It's the best we're going to get.
Sorry about that, Kirby.
Kirby was actually felt like the podcast should have been an option on the poll. And, thinking back, because novels were already on there, I could have had podcasts instead of comics on there.
Well, I mean, we're not the only podcast, and there are.
Yeah, exactly. There's another podcast to called Podcastica, where they exclusively review classic episodes.
Podcastica.
Purely. Yeah, Podcastica. So we got another one, an email from Terence.
An email from Terence?
Yeah.
I think he's from Texas, so I think Brian should do his Texas accent again because it's so good. With the yee-haws in, please, Brian.
Sing it again, Tom.
So Terence has said, well, yee-haw! In Texas, we don't get much in form of Doctor Who or even very good internet. Woohoo! And with the downfall of your typical stores, there's nowhere left to buy CDs for the music or the dramas. I've always relied on my local library to deliver my Bashton Terror fix.
Bashton Terror.
I'm concentrating on the accent.
After the raid.
That's how they pronounce it in Texas.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go with that.
So you remember, Lewis, you gave me a Doctor Who book the other day, and I said, you gave me some Bashton Narada.
Yeah.
Because I just read that email, I thought, that's an interesting way to describe a book.
Yeah.
A bit of Bashton Narada. On the pool side.
If you say it like that, a bit of Ashton. Oh, he got a bit of Ashton Narada from her, didn't he?
It could be a cocktail as well. I'll have one Bashton Narada, please.
Yeah. Two Bashton Naradas.
It's fun to say, isn't it? Bashton Narada. Bashton Narada. We've got another one from. Oh, this is my wife.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So.
Right. What does he? Wait. What's your wife's accent like?
I don't know.
Jamie, stop doing that now! Sorry.
Have you ever seen Mean Girls? The blondest one.
I'm just going to do like...
None of these. None of these. I just watch episodes.
I like Matt Smith's series, though.
Jamie, can you tell your wife to get out?
Maria, I'm trying to record a podcast. I'm a grown man. Yes, I'll put a washing machine on. I'll mop the floor tomorrow. Okay, love you.
We are recording this week's podcast in Jamie's bedroom. I don't even want to know what that was supposed to be.
That was a miniature TARDIS.
All right.
What's the verb?
Birdie song?
The verb, what a TARDIS does, it whacks into existence.
Louis, get off me. And we've got another comment from Melina_Heim.
Where's Melina Heim from?
Bottom.
Melina. What are we going for on this one?
Do anything you want.
Okay. What?
Why do you do human? Do American. Do an American that's just been involved in a classroom shooting.
Oh.
Like, no! No! Comics and Doctor Who magazine! They're also comics. Doctor Who magazine. Now, in case you can't tell, Melina's hidden underneath the table right now.
We're sorry, Millie.
And we're sorry for any victims of any of the recent American
we can't offend a victim. They're not around anymore.
Some serious editing needing on this episode.
It's going to be...
Yeah, it's going to be...
So, moving swiftly on to the topic of the Who cast. How would we like Doctor Who to tell its stories moving forward? So, we had like... Christopher Eccleston series, which kind of had all its one-off, standalone story arcs with were kind of loosely bound together, kind of like Jodie Whittaker's later series.
Bad Wolf was sort of permeating most of those stories.
Yeah, sort of, but it was mainly like individual stories, weren't it? Then, so we've got classic era 4-parters, which are essentially, modern era 1-parters. And we also have, Moffat style, one story that goes across an entire season. How would you prefer Doctor Who tackles, these kind of stories moving forward? Because clearly, so Jodie Whittaker's, the ratings for her show were actually all in the double digits. Okay, BBC released a new on the day for around 5 mil, 7 mil, but that was just the overnight listings because of how the modern day person views media. They do it over a 7-day period now. With iPlayer and stuff, people work. So we're actually all in the double digits after all. But the fact of the matter is the ratings are the lowest that's ever been in New Who. So I personally feel that's down to how the storytelling is and how we're struggling to get attached to characters or villains because we're gone too quickly. Stories. Well, it's good to have individual stories to sort of break up one big story. We're not getting, Tim Shaw. Popped in 2 episodes. The one where he the one where we introduced him, the one where we de-introduced him. So how do you feel Doctor Who should approach the story arc in the future?
Well, I would like longer story arcs, and it doesn't always have to be every single storyline is connected. Like you can have like 2 storylines are connected here, and then somewhere down the line that connects up to another story arc. They were very good at this throughout the Matt Smith era. There was a lot going on.
The Matt Smith era of storytelling, I'd say, was some of Doctor Who's finest I've ever experienced. Definitely Moffat at his finest. It was great in Capaldi as well, but obviously Matt Smith, the bar was so high.
But even Tennant, to some, to some regard, had the similar thing where the storyline was connected. There are
I feel with Tennant's era, the way while a lot of them were standalone stories, so kind of told over 4 episodes, like a couple episodes at a time. So I'd say the classic 4-parter classic era sort of style of storytelling kind of applies to Tennant's, where
4-hour long episodes.
It's 4-hour long stories. With the Master arc, it was actually told across 2 episodes.
But there are things that come in one episode and then are around for a few episodes before the storyline picks them up again. For instance, the Doctor's hand, it gets chopped off at the end of season 1, beginning of season 2 of Tennant's. And then it's not picked up again until the last season of Tennant, where it regenerates into human Doctor, and Donna Noble takes some of that regeneration energy. But there are bits like, for instance, Donna Noble's storyline is quite connected as well, being that this is something that I've watched recently. I've watched all of Tennant's episodes over again. So Donna Noble's storyline is quite connected, and it seems like they have a very clear path of what they want to do with Donna Noble's character right from the outset. Maybe not the first episode she's in, because the first episode she's in seems like a one-off, and then she came back after Martha Jones. Donna's episode, I didn't like Donna's character at first.
At first, she came across as just comic relief. But I think a lot of that stemmed from people still saw her as Catherine Tate. But I think later on, it's just all the comic relief episodes, like that Christmas special. With the Oedipus, which is probably one of my favourite Christmas specials as well. I see her as more of a serious character. I see her more serious than I do Rose Tyler.
Was the Oedipus Christmas?
It was a Christmas special. It wasn't.
I don't think it was.
It was the first.
Are you sure it was set at Christmas?
No. The Christmas episode with Donna, there was the
Runaway Bride.
Yeah, it was the first episode.
That was Runaway Bride, but then the Oedipus one was a following Christmas special.
No, it wasn't. It was the first regular. appearance.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. You're right, because
I'm not arguing with it.
she was chasing up the
Partners in
adipose.
Crime.
Yeah, she was chasing up the adipose independently of the Doctor.
I'm not going to argue with the historian. So if he says Donna Noble is a squirrel, then she's a squirrel. Whereas I thought she was a pig. But whatever.
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. So. Yeah, in Dave Tennant's, as we like to call him down the pub, in David Tennant's era, there was that sort of connection.
Yeah, but because down the pub, we're not going to go over. Oh, hi, David Tennant. I'm like, how are you doing, Jamie Watson? Oh, not too bad. I've got a middle name too. Sorry, Jamie. Like,
you're all right, Dave. How's it going? No, but yeah,
David Tennant.
Well, so Billy Piper would have you believe.
I bet she had a go in his piping anyway.
every now and then, Billy Piper would like pop up on a screen somewhere, or throughout Donna Nobles and I believe Martha Jones as well. She'd just randomly pop up on a screen. Very interesting to see, because it's the sort of thing you don't notice the first time round.
Well, she just popped up on screen.
Yeah, like screaming out at the Doctor or one of the characters.
There's a speculation she appeared in the background of Fires of Pompeii, and someone posted a screen grab where you can quite clearly see Rose Tyler here.
Yeah,
and you couldn't see anything.
Yeah. But she does show up in a few episodes on screens. Once in the TARDIS and once somewhere else. I can't. It's definitely outside of the TARDIS, though. It's not. So it's before she comes back to help Donna with whatever issues Donna's having. When they all go to Leeds.
Yeah.
No, they all come to Leeds after London's blown up.
Yeah, go to Leeds and the World War II Jewish camp.
Yeah.
Recreate. I choose you.
So yeah,
Brian?
Longer story out.
Yeah.
I think, I'm going to select down here. I'm going to select the classic era four-parters.
Yeah, I'm kind
It's
of
what I grew up on. It's what I'm used to. I think how Doctor Who works better.
So Brian's answer, you're set in your ways, basically. Yeah.
4 episodes, 25 minutes a time.
Yeah. You've still got a black and white TV, haven't you? Because you can't adjust to the colour. Yeah.
That's why.
I want to know what the Doctor's doing. What they're doing about the Doctor's childhood, because it seems like in the
it was mentioned, wasn't it?
It was mentioned, but it's been mentioned before. Like in Smith's. Was it Smith's? Yes. Smith's era.
Well, each showrunner has kind of touched on different aspects of it. So, like with Tennant's kind of touched on his history. With Matt Smith, we touched on his future. With Whittaker's going to touch on her childhood, and with Eccleston, we just touched on. I'm angry.
Yeah. I think it'd be nice to see what Whittaker's season could produce in terms of his childhood. But I was, listening to the 2 podcasts before this one, the ones that you did solo. I was so interested in the.
So impressed by how I ran the show.
Well, not impressed by you, but interested in what. A perfect storyline. What's it called? The Valiad.
The Valiad.
The Valiad could be, given that it buys into and ties in with.
You're proper into my theory, aren't you?
I am. I want.
Have you heard my theory?
Yes.
I want it.
Are you proper into my theory as well?
It's a good thing.
Do you think I spelled out what could possibly be the perfect series of Doctor Who for Jodie Whittaker?
I think it could. I think it could be a very good series.
The way I sort of pitched it would have to be one story across the entire series.
Yeah, or a couple of filler episodes.
Or it could end. It could start at the end of her next series, where the Valiant is sort of introduced as Graham or something like that, and her last season is just all the way leading up to the creation. And then maybe the 14th Doctor is, I don't know,
Idris Elba.
Yeah, Idris.
Hey, my son's called Idris. No relation.
But
You're not related to your own son.
Wait, what was you?
No relation to Idris Elba.
Okay. Wait, your son's no relation to Idris Elba? Do you know that for sure?
Hope he is. I feel like there's some money to be made. And the social services. How you doing, guys? Oh, not too bad. So you're down for the 4-parter.
Yeah.
You want a long story across the season.
Yeah, and Valiant is something that I would be interested in.
Yeah, I won't mind doing Valiant for Who's Story, but when I'm back from paternity.
Yes.
It's called
Well, it would have been watching Trial of the Time
Trial of the Time
Lord, entire season or series.
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
I tell you what I'll do then.
It's series 23.
Do I have that one?
It was definitely one of the ones that was available to order on Amazon.
Is it on the collection? I'll double check on my own, but what I'll do is over the course of my paternity I'll watch the entire thing then. So yeah.
So what we keep that on the back burner for the next.
Yeah. Well,
few
if
weeks,
you both start watching it now, it'll be ready for.
Yeah.
So
Sounds like a plan.
that's a good plan, Batman. So out of those, which do you think will win in the poll? Those 3 options.
Possibly
Story arcs,
yeah.
But one long story arc.
Everybody's kind of nostalgic of the Matt Smith era.
Yeah. Okay. I think classic 4-parter will be a strong contender.
I don't think we have a lot of classics.
Well,
Find out, won't we?
well now, Lewis, it's on to you.
Are we definitely not calling this section?
You wanted
Huey.
Yeah,
Huey
no,
Lewis and the news.
that's not happening. It's my section, Brian. I will call it what I would like to call it, okay?
Brian.
And what I say is, it's called the Nubian Who's Network.
Exactly, Lewis. I'm completely on your
Jamie.
side. That's a weird way to show appreciation.
Wait, what?
So, welcome to the Nubian Hughes Network, presented by Lewis, who's going to give you the news.
Right, so
I found on the internet.
So I got a couple of pieces today. One of them being that there is a Christmas special with
Oh my goodness! So we're not
with Peter Capaldi
what?
and Mark Gatiss.
Oh, I know.
No,
I think I know what it is.
Do you know who Mark Gatiss is? He's one of the writers of Doctor Who. It's the reunion of these two people. He was actually.
Oh, you might know Matt Gatiss from Sherlock.
Yeah, he's also in Twice Upon a Time.
I certainly know Mark Gatiss, yes.
Oh, okay. My pronunciation of names is somewhat lacking.
You say his name like a Megagitis. Yes?
Megagitis.
Family Pushkasham.
Sorry to any Italians out there.
Wow, it was French actually.
Was it? Oh yeah.
I mean,
French.
shut up, you pig.
Sorry to Europe.
Sorry to Europe. Sorry in advance to everybody listening.
Yeah, we're from England and we are not from Europe.
Not anymore.
So Peter Capaldi and Mark Gatiss. So I've been told. If you don't know who Gatiss is, he is the soldier from Twice Upon a Time, and also he plays what Sherlock character? Mycroft Holmes. Yes.
Mycroft Holmes.
Right.
Holmes.
So they reunite for a BBC Christmas special, and when I saw this headline, I was doing backflips. I was like, Doctor Who, they're bringing back, for one last, Peter Capaldi Doctor,
just before he dies.
12th Doctor, just before he dies, they're bringing back one more Christmas special, and it's not really a Doctor Who Christmas special. It's just these two working together to.
It was promoted as such, though, wasn't it?
It looked, it was total clickbait. It really was,
Yeah.
and
I fell for it.
It got me, but yeah. Basically, it's not Doctor Who. It's a Christmas ghost story based on M.R. James' short story Martin Close. It is an interesting premise. I've got it here. It's 1684. John Martin is on trial. Is on the trial of his life. Facing him, the infamous hanging judge George Jeffreys. But this is not a cut and dry murder case, because the innocent girl Martin is accused of killing has been seen after her death.
Bum, bum, bum.
So it would seem Capaldi's playing barrister bent on proving Martin's guilt.
Hang on. Is playing Barrister Ben, or is Ben on proving guilt?
No, bent on proving guilt.
Okay. So it's not bent. Okay.
No. He's not a bent barrister. So he's not taking money
In
for...
either sense of the word.
Yeah. He's not taking money to
You know, Peter Capaldi shaved off his hair for an unknown role in the future.
Really?
Yeah, people have been calling him Peter Capaldi.
Excellent. I want to see pictures now.
Yeah, let's go get some pictures.
I will do, definitely. But yeah, even though it's not Doctor Who, it's still got an interesting premise. It's got a very Doctor Who feel to it. You know, we've seen storylines like this in Doctor Who, and I think that the storyline itself probably would fit in quite well. You know,
Yeah.
with Doctor Who, maybe the girl being a time echo or something like that. You know. That was my pass falling off the desk.
I don't even think the microphone picked it up.
Well, I picked it up. There you go. Right. So yeah, I think that it fit quite well into a Doctor Who storyline.
All right, cool.
But yeah, alas, no new Capaldi Doctor number 12 storyline. So moving on. Right. So. In recent weeks, there's been somebody on the inside of Doctor Who, sort of putting
Does Johnny Whittaker know?
putting to bed.
It's bigger on the inside.
Come on, guys!
You said it.
Child, you know this is meant to be family-friendly entertainment.
It is family friendly, man. Once I'm under older, like this show has layers, man.
It's like an onion, man. It's like an onion. It makes you cry. It makes you laugh.
What about cakes? Everyone loves cakes. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so Jamie's gonna hate this, you know, like just because we all know how you feel about Mr. Chibnall. But there are no...
Can we call him by his show name, please?
Jar Jar Chibnall.
Thank you.
Okay, so there's... It's been put to bed that there is no truth to the rumours that Chibnall and Whittaker will be leaving the show.
Maybe it's an April Fool's.
And it's not April. We're in, what, August? End of August, mate.
Yeah, but it's Doctor Who, it's timey-wimey.
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah.
Okay.
But well, it's more like a rug. Really.
So, Inside Source says this is a load of nonsense and well played. And oh yeah. So this was they were telling it to a well placed. Telling it to radiotimes.com. Either way. So yeah, this originated and spread through the online rumour mill. The rumour originated on a popular Doctor Who message board before spreading to other social media platforms. It has actually been shot down a couple of times because back in 2017 there was also a rumour that Chibnall would leave after the first season, the first Whittaker season. But you know, nothing materialised, and someone had come out and said, "Listen, there's no truth to this." And then it resurfaced in 2018, and our podcast, I think, went on the air around about that time when it resurfaced, and we did report it at the time.
The thing is, Jar Jar Chibnall is a good writer and is a good director as well. It's just it's a shame. The most recent series of Doctor Who hasn't been his best work, so I'm hoping he can redeem himself in the next series. So, you know, like, hopefully if it goes badly, he'll... I don't hope it goes badly, just to make that clear. If it goes badly, I hope that he'll step down and pass it to someone else.
Yeah, someone more competent.
Yeah, well, I just kind of hope that, you know, like maybe he'll just do it like modestly, like, okay, well, I see that you're not a fan of my amazing direction.
Well, yeah, not all, you know, not all writers make good, you know, showrunners, and not all showrunners make good writers. You know, you have to.
It's like when George Lucas got a lot of feedback because we didn't like episode 1, so he went and wrote episode 2 and 3 anyway. So I'm hoping Jar Jar doesn't do that. Any more for the news?
No, that's everything.
That's it for the news.
There was a little bit that you wanted me to pick up on.
Yeah, there was a rumour going around, but there was going to be another hiatus for Doctor Who of 15 months after the next series.
Yeah, but however, I couldn't see anything on this rumour. You know, I looked up so many searches on it, and I couldn't see anything whatsoever. So where did this information?
It was just circulating on Twitter.
Oh, yeah. Right, okay. That's probably why Twitter doesn't usually crop up.
Well, it doesn't cite it either. So moving on to our history lesson with Brian. Brian?
Yeah, so this week, Tom Mouse, we're not trying. We looked at the Macra Terror. Giant crabs controlling humans.
Was I right? Macra Terror.
Macra Terror.
Look, I'm still getting over me typing Terry of the Zygons a few weeks ago.
Terry of the Zygons. You're alright, Tessa.
I don't know, these Zygons are everywhere.
Caught behind me.
Unusually enough, this was one I had to re-watch, or watch for the first time, perhaps I should say.
Also, this is your...
You've never watched it?
I'd never seen it before, no.
It's the first time for the show then, isn't it?
Yeah, because the other classic ones I'd watched dozens of times before. So
Oh, did you watch it in black and white or colour?
I watched the reconstruction, so the black and white one.
Oh, okay. You didn't watch the animated one, no?
No.
Oh, I watched the animated one.
I would not got it, right?
You ain't got it.
Oh, there's a Plymouth accent. Somewhere on it.
He ain't got it. He ain't got it.
It was a joy for me rather than anything, more than anything else to watch it.
Macra Terror. Why is it animated?
Because it's a lost episode. It's one of the many episodes of BBC thought, this Doctor Who thing's never going to catch on. Let's tape over it.
I think, you three Doctors in at the time.
2.
No, well, no, you're on. Is it? No, it is the second Doctor.
Pat Troughton.
We're on Patricia Troughton.
Okay, so Pat Troughton, your second Doctor in. You've successfully. Which series was Macra Terror?
Season, I keep saying series 4.
Yeah.
So it was about 19.
So it's Troughton's first series.
Like that. But yeah, the BBC had this mindset of wiping. Seriously, it wasn't just Doctor Who. It was lots of classic. There's episodes of Dad's Army that have been destroyed, never to see the light of day again.
Oh, really?
So a lot of British
a lot of classic British
television
comedy.
that was
episodes of stuff like Steptoe and Son that got junked.
So it's just been lost to time forever. So there's probably a lot of shows that, in its entirety, we'll never see again.
Yeah. But I did see that UK Gold are recreating or refilming a couple of lost episodes of Dad's Army, so there's hope maybe that might happen with Doctor Who.
Well, yeah, because they will keep the scripts on record and in some cases the soundtrack.
The audio's available, which is how they recreated the Macra Terror with...
like Sean Pertwee, spitting an image of his dad now, he could literally go... Well, he did recently, he could play his father in an episode of Doctor Who and just recreate some episodes, or even make a new series.
Yeah, and of course David Bradley could play the first Doctor, as he has done
twice now.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah.
That was the other... the other day when I said to you there was a few people who have been in Doctor Who before they appeared as, specific characters. David Bradley actually appeared in Doctor Who before. It was the dinosaur spaceship. He was the bad guy in that. Yeah, the Doctor fixes his legs.
Oh,
yeah. So
the Doctor fixed his own legs.
No, the Doctor fixed I can't remember the name of Bradley's character, but yeah, fixed his legs. So I have been rewatching. This is pretty much what I've been doing while I've been on holiday, rewatching all of Modern Who. And a lot of the characters. For instance, Martha Jones plays another character before she becomes a staple in the show. And we know that Donna Noble pops into it, but she plays the same character after that. Who's the other person who plays it? It's a novel. Clara Oswald insert.
Kristen Capaldi, of course.
Capaldi plays it. Karen Gillan. Karen Gillan
is a soothsayer in Pompeii.
So there is a decent recycling facility in the BBC.
Come on BBC, either release the rights to an independent film company and recreate all the missing episodes.
I particularly love how you segued it back to Macra Terror as well. Well done, Brian.
So I thought it was very, very good. Bearing in mind I was watching kind of stills for 4 episodes, the audio.
From the animation, it was very, very... there was a constant sense of danger whilst not knowing what the danger was. I don't know what it was like in the stills, but it was like there's something there, you got a kind of idea what it is, but it's constantly just it's like constantly looming. It's like remember a couple of months ago now, 29 episodes, the podcast. Remember when I said I always wanted to see like a proper horror episode, like like Alien, where you don't actually see the alien until the very end, and it's just sort of looming around. It just pops up and then it's gone again. It pops up and it's gone again. Where I really wanted an episode like that, and this was that episode.
It felt like they could just come out of the shadows and take you away.
Yeah, like bam, it's gone. And there's like some overseer, like you just don't know who he is, and it's just like it's just creepy, absolutely creepy.
Yeah, I like the fact there was this voice on the screen that was telling everybody what to do, and you just didn't see this person at all.
I did write a short synopsis of how I felt. The story is probably a dream story for myself, where its main focus is on the horror elements of a world in which they have landed. It feels very empty, very mysterious and jumpy. Stuff of nightmares, a monster that only travels at night. An overseer who controls everything. It's very Blade Runner or Logan's Run-esque. Albeit a low-budget version, which essentially is 60s Doctor Who, isn't it? The cast were excellent. The Doctor's acting was also just bloody brilliant. However, I found the voices didn't match the environments. Like when they first materialised onto the planet, everything they said came with an echo, like we're stuck inside a tunnel or something. Whereas we're in like essentially an open field, there wouldn't be an echo. Or not that sort of echo anyway. So
I'm wondering if that's to do with the sound quality rather than anything
production.
But when the production value of the cartoon was so high, it made it feel a bit out of place with the
to clean the audio. Though you can only do so much, as you well know. Like,
I don't know if you ever watched the Lord of the Rings the cartoon.
No,
I saw some of it. Yeah,
you should watch it, Brian. It's really good.
I've not watched the films, so
it's alright. You don't need to. It's from the 70s. But the animation style of that is kind of how I'd have expected to watch this. Sort of old school animation.
I think animation was done by a company called Cosgrove Hall, who bought us Danger Mouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, which I might be.
Yeah, well, you have a historian.
Well, I know some of the recreations, the animated ones, have been done by Cosgrove Hall.
I really particularly liked how they did everyone's faces as well, and the Doctor was just very loopy as well. Like, I'm thinking at full speed. Like, well, think faster.
I think I'll give myself 11 out of 10 actually.
yeah, he gives himself 10 out of 10 for working out a formula. Then he comes over and goes, "That's exactly how it is." And he goes, "Oh," he rubs it out. And I'm going to give myself an 11. I was like, "What the hell?" He grades his own work. It's proper eccentric. I might actually retract my previous comment and make him my favourite Doctor instead. It was just so quirky, like it was funny but serious at the same time.
How the Doctor should be.
Yeah, like it was like, oh, it's going to restrain him, but not too much. It's bad for the blood pressure. And then he comes over and later on, he unties and goes, "Oh, he's run away." Like, I didn't free him. I just wanted to talk to him.
he does walk into the sort of the command room. One of the first scenes, after they catch the guy who has run away, and
Marduk,
and
Medoc.
And the music's going on, and he goes, "Oh, this is pretty gay." you're like, okay,
different times.
Yeah, but this time it's like, we need it. We need your dancing to be gay.
Yes,
and
gay and bright.
You didn't go to that part, did you?
I didn't know.
So there's a section where Jamie is trying to sneak past a bunch of dancers, and then suddenly the music stops, and all the dancers are staring at him, and he stands there like a deer in headlights, and the choreographer who's who's composing all the voices and stuff, he goes, "Oh, are you a dancer?" And he goes, yes, yes, I'm a dancer. "Oh, dance for us then." And I'm like, "Oh, have you not got anything ready?" And then for some reason Jamie says, "Well, yes, I do have a dance." And then like, "Okay, do the dance then." Like, damn it.
He does a.
So he comes out and he does the Highland and he does a dance. It's like, oh, what? That's lovely. And it's like clapping along with it. Like, what's that dance called? He goes, it's the Highlands dance. And he's like, why is it called? He goes, oh, it's from my bit. And he goes away. Oh, no. And then he gets better.
Because you fling yourself out the door.
So he tries to fling himself out the door. And then suddenly outside the door is like 20 armed guards staring at him.
Ben.
Yeah, and he starts backing his way. He starts walking back. And oh no! I was following like busted.
He's a bit of a git in this one, Ben, isn't he?
Yeah, he does.
He kind of shops.
Well, his brainwashed.
Adoption his companions about 27 times.
Well, he full on, gives them up to the enemy.
Yeah, he reminds me of that. He reminds me of what's his name, that ginger guy from Tom Baker's era.
Turlo.
Yeah.
If Mark Strickson's listening, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I've met Mark Strickson. He's a lovely fellow.
Have you actually met him?
Yes.
Family friendly, please, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you.
This is a family friendly warning. Please be family friendly on the show.
Man, it sounds like you're in a Macra Terror. Working is fun. Working is all you need to do. All you have to do is obey. La la la.
Work will set you free.
This is the controller. Please get back to work.
Let me see your real face.
Yeah, it does.
Oh no!
Like, why do we bother showing it? Like, what do you want me to say?
What am I gonna say?
Don't say anything. That's what I found that really funny. Where they were telling, they were putting him in front to say something to them, and the Macra were like, "Don't say anything," and he's like, "What? But what do I do?"
Proper scary.
Yeah.
Crap. And when I said it was like a virus or an infection, I was thinking like, so it's pubic crabs.
The Macra come back in what's it called, the fast lane, is it? Gridlock, that's the one. They go down to the fast lane, and there's the Macra down there.
Which one's Gridlock? Is that Eccleston?
It's Tennant. It's where they go back to the year 5000, where Rose the storyline where Rose Tyler faced the bow and all that stuff.
Has the album gone multi-platinum?
No, it's
and great granddaughter. She's pretty fine.
Just on a side note with that one, right? There's a guy who claims to be a time traveller who has been to the year 3000 and not much had changed, but we live underwater. It's an actual documented thing. Have a look on YouTube, guys. It's fun.
A Busted song?
It was a Busted song, yes, and that's why it's funny. So yeah.
Anyway, the Macra Terror.
Yeah, so the Macra are actually in they're in the highway.
They're basically living in the smoke.
Yeah.
And
the doctor says that he's met them before a long time ago. And
they've devolved.
They've devolved since, yeah. So the Macra in this episode are quite smart, and they can control humans and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the Macra were like bottom feeders in the New Who.
But they still rely on sort of bad air to survive, don't they?
The same sort of toxic.
Yeah, the gases.
Toxic fumes is put it that way. Bad air.
Toxic fumes.
Toxins.
The green gases coming out. It was like an episode of 60s Batman.
The Joker's.
Yeah. So Brian, how did you feel about the episode? It was your first time.
Absolute joy to watch.
A joy.
Yes. Are we marking sherbet lemons out of 10, not crab claws out of 10?
Well, I was thinking like
bow ties,
sherbet lemons, bow ties. I was thinking bow ties for myself anyway. So
I think just for this one, right, it should be out of 11.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. In which case, I'd probably give it 11. Are we doing sherbet lemons then?
We'll do sherbet lemons.
Yeah.
I'm going to give it 11.
I'm going to give it 11 as well.
See if anyone gets the reference, but I'm going to crank it up to 11.
It's one better.
Because it is one better, Brian. Yes.
Yeah, well, it's however you want to tap it.
If any of the listeners understand the reference, email
us to what
There's
that
no
reference
prize.
was.
Oh, my spinal fluid.
Just tap it, it'll be alright.
An interesting fact, I don't know if it's also a reference, but the BBC iPlayer also only goes up to 11.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably is. There's a lot of references in popular culture for that film,
Well, now they all know it's a film. Thank you.
Sorry, guys.
Let's keep them guessing. We're supposed to go anyway. So
Look it up.
So it was 11 out of 10. Sherbet Lemons from us all. Great.
Yeah.
So that's like the highest scoring.
That's the best story so far, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I don't think I can properly rate it, but from what I saw, I would give it a decent rating like that. I suppose I have to retract my previous statement that nothing deserves a 10.
Yeah, right. So,
We're not giving it a 10. We're giving it 11.
So before we move on to Gallifrey and Gabble, I just want to mention, Lewis, because you mentioned something about you can't give anything a perfect score.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's not about nothing's perfect. Everything's got room for perfect, but was it the most amazing thing you've ever seen? Is it the most
best to date?
Is it like one of the most amazing episodes that you've seen? Like, it's like Macra Terror. I give it an 11 out of 10. Plenty of ways they could have improved it, like what I mentioned about the about the voices not matching the environment. It's like still bloody, and I don't feel like it detracted from the overall quality. It didn't detract from the overall quality and enjoyment of the episode either.
No, and I've watched lost episodes in this format before with what they call telesnaps, just stills, with the occasional 3-4 seconds of film that survived. And it's been hard to watch. Web of Fear's one, where there's only about 2 or 3 episodes that remain, and then the rest are all recreated. And it was hard to watch, but this one was just like watching a normal, fully restored episode.
Because it's told in such a good way as well. But I could have watched that without the screen actually on, just listen to it. Because and I think it would have actually, because the music, the overall environment, I think it all added perfectly into the overall. So it's like there's nothing wrong with giving something a perfect score. Is what I'm trying to say, Lewis.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the first Doctor Hartnell's reconstructed episodes, and some of the storylines are very dry, and it is hard to watch it. Because there's no moving picture. You get some stills every now and then. And the ones that are animated aren't animated so well. The animation to the Macra was excellent. It really was, and even down to the subtleties of facial movement, that sort of thing. I know it's never going to be perfect like it would be played out with real life characters and everything, but when the Doctor was laughing, his face moved and it showed proper emotion.
It showed soul,
face,
didn't it?
Yeah.
So if you want to give us something a perfect score, Lewis, do it. Okay. So moving on to Gallifrey and Gabble. Just because of the length of the show, I've only put one in the show, but we did actually have a lot of emails this week. So this week's is from Philip Anderson in Ireland.
Ireland.
Don't do the voice.
Good old Ireland.
Don't do the voice.
Yeah.
Whereabouts in Ireland? You should say southern.
We're not going to do accents for Gallifrey and Gabble.
No, southern or Northern Ireland, because then we know.
Philip only put Ireland in the title.
Philip Anderson.
Yeah. So which Doctor?
How are we today, Mr. Anderson? Are you okay,
Mr. Anderson? Which Doctor do you feel will be the easiest for you to cosplay, and why? Yeah.
Okay.
So not which one you want to, because obviously I always go for Matt Smith.
Yeah,
I feel like we have some sort of minute likeness.
I think the easiest for me definitely would be
Peter
Eccleston.
Capaldi.
No, Eccleston. I think it'd be Eccleston because I've got the broad shoulders like Eccleston. I've got a receding hairline like Eccleston, and
It's receded, mate. Cut the cord.
it's gone. And I look good in a leather jacket, and I own one.
Yeah, so it's really easy. All you have to do is go and buy some jeans and a leather jacket, and you're done. Yeah,
and things that I already own. Yeah.
I mean, watching Patrick Troughton, the Macra Terror, I felt like, wow. So I just need a blazer and trousers, basically, and I'm there. And
some trousers that look like Rupert the Bear's trousers.
Grab a flute.
I've certainly got the waistline to be Colin Baker these days, so I'll say Colin Baker.
Colin Baker.
The scarf is cool though. That'd be something that I'd love for Colin Baker.
I'd have gone for someone else.
Oh,
for
Colin
you.
Baker, not
Tom
Baker.
You said Colin Baker.
Wait,
okay.
yeah,
That's fine.
I thought
I was thinking Tom Baker. I was like, no,
me
you
too,
could
me
not.
too.
I'm not tall enough to be Tom Baker.
Yeah, okay. Have you rejigged your thinking towards Colin Baker?
No, it's just
it's
that
not the one that you'd like to play.
No,
it's
it's
the one that you could.
That's
yeah,
the easiest one.
The easiest one, yeah.
Yeah.
So
for me, it'd be Patrick Troughton though.
So why do you think Troughton?
I just need to get a blazer and I'm there. I already have the hair, kind of, don't I?
Yeah. You've got the colour. You just need to grow it out a little bit.
Yeah.
Before you do.
It's fine, you know. Like other than that, I've already got them. Technically, most of my stuff. I just need a tweed jacket. I've got the lightsaber. I've already got a sonic screwdriver, you know. So, but yeah. So that's Gallifreyan Gabble.
Yeah.
Moving on to. We've been waiting for this. Brian, are we ready?
I was born ready.
Universe hogwash, is it real, is it fake? Universe? Oh, hogwash.
Hogwash.
So who won the last one about 6 weeks ago?
Probably me. Let's face it. Oh no, it was a draw, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
It was a draw, yeah.
One of us snatched it back with the last question.
Yeah. I believe it was me who snatched it back at the last.
I feel like the ugliest one should go first then.
After you, Brian.
Thank you very much.
Right. Brian.
Age before beauty.
Okay. That's my word to use to describe Lewis either. Brian.
Yes.
Just bear in mind, I don't write these anymore. My colleague writes them. Someone unknown in the building writes with the podcast and doesn't want to be named.
In the building?
In the building.
Okay.
Deadly download.
I think it's Izzy.
Possibly.
Deadly download. Sarah Jane Smith is having a cosy afternoon listening to music, but is interrupted when Mr. Smith suddenly announces that danger is imminent. The supercomputer has detected abnormal internet. Something alien is downloading onto PCs. A computer virus over 50 times more destructive than any other on the planet. Whoniverse? Or Hoggity Wash? I'll give you a hint, you're probably going to get it 50% wrong.
Really?
You probably get 50% right?
In that case, I'm going to say it's a whole lot of Whoniverse.
Okay.
I'm going to go hogwash.
On both counts?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Brian?
Mm-hmm.
Lewis? You look very pale, by the way. Are you okay? Brian, you get 2 points!
No!
Happens every week where he tries to do something different, just try to get ahead of you, and it's falls further behind. Lewis?
Yes.
All our yesterdays. The TARDIS arrives on a planet before their sun goes supernova. The Doctor, Amy, and Rory find that with the exception of one person, the entire population has transported themselves via a time portal to various periods on the planet's past. The Doctor finds himself in jail in the 17th century, while Rory and Amy are trapped with beautiful exile in a prehistoric ice age.
What was the name of it?
All our yesterdays. So basically, everyone on the planet's been there's been some sort of catastrophe. They've all been teleported back, but into different periods of time to prevent overpopulation. Sounds of it.
I'm gonna say Whoniverse.
Okay.
I
Brian.
am going to say Hogwash Whoniverse.
Hogwash Universe. And you're saying
We're both Whoniverse.
okay. You get 0 points.
Yo!
Brian, you get 1 point.
Brian was hedging his bets there.
It was Hoggity.
Okay.
It was actually an episode of Star Trek, the original series. It's ranked for 10th best Spock episode by Sci-Fi.
How come Rory and Amy were in an episode of Star Trek?
They just rejigged it.
Oh.
It is rejigged to make it sound more Doctor Who. You know, we
I suppose it would have given away if it said Spock.
It's like the Enterprise arrives on a planet. Yeah. Wow, I can't believe it. Lewis has had no points. Fun fact, the highest score ever on Whoniverse or Hogwash was from Brian when he got 8 points, and Lewis got, I think it was 3 in the entire episode. So you're both on your way to breaking a record. 0 points. Brian. The River Monster. After a teenager mysteriously disappears, the Doctor and Donna investigate, narrowly saving Donna from the jaws of a strange shark lurking in the River Thames. The Doctor is convinced that the shark is from the future. They then split up to find the creature's lair, but trouble brews when Donna is dragged through an anomaly by another creature from the future, the Mer.
I am going to go with a double shot of Hogwash.
Okay. Lewis?
Can I say... What's the title again, sorry?
The River Monster. One of them has to be Whoniverse, so eventually.
I'm going to say Whoniverse Hogwash.
Whoniverse Hogwash? Get 1 point. It's Hogwash.
So I get 2 points.
Well done. You learned how to add up. This was the 4th episode of the 2nd series of Primeval, ITV's attempt to cash in on the popularity of Doctor Who. Title's just made up. Lewis. Or is it Brian? I forgot. Lewis. Survival. The Doctor brings Ace back to Earth, only to discover that a race of feline aliens have turned the planet into their private hunting ground. The aliens, called Cheetah People, are travelling between their dying planet and Earth to kidnap humans for food. And lurking behind the whole scheme is none other than the Doctor's arch enemy, the Master.
I so want this to be Whoniverse. I really do. It's gonna be... So... Oh, man.
So
It's gonna be...
there's a race of feline aliens that have turned the planet into a private hunting ground.
Name of the show.
The episode, you mean?
Yeah.
Survival.
Alright, Whoniverse Hogwash.
Whoniverse Hogwash. Brian?
Whoniverse.
Okay. Brian. Lewis. You get 2 points.
Yay.
Brian does. And you're going to get 1 point. It's Whoniverse. This was the final serial of Classic Who. So there's no way you can ever catch up.
Yeah, no.
But you're on track for a record. You
Yeah.
both are.
So if I get 4, then I've equalled it, rather than beating my lowest score.
I kind of hope you don't get any more points for this one. Brian?
Yes.
Attack of the Grask. The Doctor picks up the viewer in his TARDIS and goes to stop the Grask. The viewer helps find a changeling and a Grask, pilot the TARDIS and get through doors on Griffith. But the ultimate decision is when a Slovene escapes. The viewer must choose whether to freeze the station, killing everything inside, or teleport the kidnapped people back to their homes and destroy the changelings. After the choice is made, the Doctor thanks the viewer and drops them home. Interesting.
It's served me well so far, so I'll say Whoniverse.
Sounds like a bit of a mess up. Whoever wrote it. Not leaving any names.
Whoniverse Hogwash.
You got 3 points in total, Lewis.
How do you get 3 points?
In total.
Oh, in total.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Whoniverse. So, this was an interactive mini episode broadcast on BBCi in 2005. The service replaced CFAX when BBC turned to digital and offered limited interactions with TV shows.
CFAX.
But it's going way back.
Yeah.
So, what's the final score, Lewis?
It's yes, Brian. I know what the final score is.
How many points have you got, Lewis?
Jamie, just don't. It's too raw. I've got 3 points.
How many has Brian got?
Brian has 9 points.
He's got 9 points.
9 whole points.
That's. I've never heard of anyone get. If anyone's going to get maximum points from a show, it's Brian.
Okay.
It's going to win the trophy at the end of the year. That's right. It's going to be a Whoniverse Hogwash trophy. You better start stepping up your game. So that brings us to the end of Whoniverse Hogwash and the end of the show. And that's it for Whovie and Whoniverse this week. Be sure to follow us at Whoniverse Show on Twitter.
Or email us at thewhoniverseshow@gmail.com.
We also have a Facebook page in the works, so stay tuned for that.
You can follow me at Watson's Musings.
You can follow me at Beads007.
Waffles.
Or you can just follow Lewis in real life. Big thanks to Zip Farm, who is probably snorkeling in Zit Juice as we speak. You have been listening to Whovie and Whoniverse. Have a week! We're supposed to say that last part together, but whatever.
Have a week.